Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. It has been brought to my attention. I got to go back. I got to go back in the book of Jeremiah. We're still in Jeremiah. However, I'm supposedly reading 48 today, but it has been brought to my attention um, by this napkin. This napkin was in Kings. This napkin I placed in Kings. This napkin, Jeremiah 10. So it's been brought to my attention that clearly I need to read Jeremiah 10. Um, why? We gonna find out. So it starts off, learn not the way of the heathen. I wonder why I'm reading this chapter. Learn not the way of the heathen. Because we in 48. God brought me back to chapter 10. I started off with chapter 13. What y'all think? So again, Jeremiah 10 is where we at because of this napkin. This napkin have to be placed at Jeremiah 10 as opposed to being in the book of Kings where I had placed it as a placeholder. Let me show y'all something because it's funny. I still have the placeholder. It's just not that napkin. Where we at? Where's that? It's this napkin now. I didn't put that napkin in my Bible. I didn't put that napkin in my Bible. But God didn't want me to lose the place that I was in at Kings. But he moved this napkin. So I digress. We're going to read Jeremiah chapter 10 today. We'll do verse 48 another day. I'm going with what God say. So today it reads, learn not the way of the heathen. Hear ye the word which the Lord spaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed. Now I read this already, so I should be sounding okay. Can't say that I will be. At the sign of heavens, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. It's like a Christmas tree, right? They are upright at the palm tree, but speak not. They must need to be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is them to do good. It's not in them to do evil, but it ain't in them to do good either. Like, you might not be doing evil, but you ain't doing good. It might not be evil. You may not see the evilness that you're doing, but you're not doing good. You're not making good things. It's not good. It may not be evil, but it's not good. God's name is great. That's where we're going next. For as much as there is none like unto thee, O Lord, thou art great, and thy name is great and might. Who would not fear thee, O King of nations? For thee doth it apparent. As you read, for as much as among all the wise men of the nations and all the kingdoms, there is none like unto thee. But they are altogether brutish and foolish. The stock is doctrine of vanities. Silver spread into plates is brought from Tarshish, the gold from Uphaz, the work of the workman and the hands of the founder. Blue and purple is their clothing. They are all the work of cunning men. Somebody need to hear this chapter, because he brought me all the way back from chapter 48 to read chapter 10. That is crazy. Not really crazy, but it's necessary. The true and living God. Somebody need to hear about this. Need to hear about the true and living God, because there's only one. There's only one. But the Lord is the true God. He is the living God, an everlasting King. At his wrath the earth shall tremble, and the nations shall not be able to abide by his extra words. I'm sorry. And the nations shall not be able to abide his indignations. Thus shall ye say unto them, the gods that have not made the heavens and the earth, even they shall perish from the earth and from under these heavens. He has made the earth by his power. He has established the world by his wisdom, and has stretched out the heavens by his discretion. When he uttereth his uttereth his voice, there is a multitude of waters in the heavens, and he caused the vapors to ascend the ends of the earth, from the ends of the earth. He maketh the lightning with rain, and bringeth forth the wind out of his treasures. Every man is brutish in his knowledge. Every founder is confounded by the graven image, for his molten image is falsehood, and there is no breath in them. No breath in his falsehood. No breath. Yeah, I can't wait for my new one to come in. I'm so sick of this thing. They are vanity and the work of errors in the time of their I know this word, but I'm being tongue-tied this morning. So let's try that again. They are vanity and the work of errors. In the time of their vestation, they shall perish. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is not the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name. Gather up thy wares out of the land, O inhabitants of the fortress. All right, now you make my nose itch. Get it together, get it together. For thus saith the Lord, behold, I will sling out inhabitants of the land at this once, and will distress them, that they may find it so. Hold on, y'all. I had to do my backup chapstick today. This is my Bible chapstick. I got to have it everywhere I go. It's early in the morning and the city is crying already. I call the city crying whenever I hear the ambulance, or the cops or anything to that nature, the fire trucks. Yeah, that's me saying the city is crying, and the city is crying right now. I'm surprised they're not coming down my street. It would be louder, but I digress. We're going to a great commotion. A great commotion. Oh yeah, and it's only 25 verses in chapter 10. So yeah, what do I say? Woe is me in my hurt. My wound is grievous, but I say, truly, this is a grief, and I must bear it. I must bear this grief. My tabernacle is spoiled, and all my cords are broken. My children are gone forth of me, and they are not. There is none to stretch forth my tent any more, and to set up my curtains. For the passers are become brutish, and have not sought the Lord. Therefore they shall not prosper, and all their flocks shall be scattered. Behold, the noise of the brute is come, and a great commotion out of the north country, to make the cities of Judah desolate, and a den of dragons. See now, this dragon, they talk about dragons is not real, then why are they in the Bible? Why is they in the Bible? Didn't they just find a dragon skeleton? I'm just saying. I digress. O Lord, I know the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. See, the song says, order my steps in your way. It didn't say, let me walk by myself. O Lord, correct me, but with judgment, not in thine anger. Lest thou bring not, lest now bring me to nothing. I ain't brought to nothing. Judge me, but not in your anger. I don't even be judged in God's anger either, because as we know, for my followers, as we know, God's wrath is harsh. Harsh. The sword, the famine, the pestilence. And if y'all realize we're going through pestilence right now, what do y'all think COVID is? The flu, pneumonia is out there harder than it's been before. The pestilence. Not to mention the Great Depression that we're going through that nobody seems to be wanting to talk about. We are going through the Great Depression. They don't want to call it what it is, but it's a Great Depression, y'all. When you can't afford things that should be affordable, like food, housing, it is a depression. We are going through a great one. This depression is worse than the first depression, but they don't want to say that. It's a depression. We're going through a depression. I digress. Pour out thy fury upon the heathen that know thee not, and upon the families that call not on thy name. For they have eaten up Jacob, and devoured him, and consumed him, and have made his habitation desolate. Okay, so I don't really believe that they actually ate him physically, but they ate him emotionally. They destroyed his soul. They listened not. They did not. They listened not. They devoured his soul. They devoured him. They turned him to a man that he probably doesn't want to be. They listened not to him. So a great commotion came about. And in the great commotion, well, the flocks were scattered. It was fury poured upon the heathen that know thee not, upon the families. Now, families, they also include children, so you're not even teaching your children the correct way. Y'all have eaten Jacob up. He's up to his head. He doesn't know. He don't know what to do with y'all. He don't know what to do with y'all. I might come back and read chapter 11 for y'all, so y'all know that what it is to obey God's voice. Cause some of y'all need to do that. Y'all gonna have to hear the words of the covenant. I'm gonna have to come back and read 11 because again, this napkin was in Kings. It's in Jeremiah 10. So I read Jeremiah 10. Learn not the way of the heathen. We don't want to learn the way of the heathen. We don't want to do things of the heathen because the wrath that comes with being a heathen, it's a wrath that comes with being a heathen. I mean, it's here. It says we're going through a lot of things that is in the Bible, and a lot of people would like to ignore the fact of the matter that we're going through the things that are already in the Bible. I'm reading Jeremiah, and a lot of things in Jeremiah I'm seeing in today in 2024. I'm reading and I'm seeing, and it's things like it's not changed. So yes, be prepared for the wrath. Be prepared for a famine. Yeah, the pestilence. The sword. Get prepared. Be on God's side, not on your side. Your side is not always right, and you may not understand why God's putting you through some things that you're going through because your way ain't the right way. So he got to put it to you his way so you can understand that you was not doing things his way. I did. I had to come to that understanding that what I'm doing is not the correct way to do things. So I'm changing. Change me, oh Lord. Sometimes God will make you change. Dreams are my dreams. I'm dreaming more now than I've dreamed in a whole long time. Y'all know what kind of crazy dreams be happening? I ain't telling y'all, but I still be going through some crazy dreams. I be dreaming. I dream of my bishop a lot. I dream of things that come to pass a lot. I dreams of my dreams. They can be scary. The dreams can be scary. And if you're not knowing what the dreams are, because sometimes I cannot, I'm not a dream interpreter. I'm not gonna sit here just like I told y'all. I refuse to be called a prophet. Prophets suffer. They suffer a lot. A whole lot. Nobody ever wants to listen to a prophet. I don't think I'm a prophet. I don't. But it's not for me to say whether I am or I'm not. But I'm going to say I'm not as of right now because it has not been brought to my attention that that's not my calling. That's not my calling. That's not where I'm called to be. I do know I'm supposed to do something, but I don't think that's it. However, I digress. In the words of my bishop and in my pastor, whatever you do, stay with God. It's been real.